Hey everybody, I am going to go over how to enter NSDA points, so Speech and Debate Association points. I'm also going to talk about why they matter. So, in our Albion debate folder, as you can see here, there's a whole folder kind of just dedicated to this specific topic. I will start out by saying not everybody cares about this, but I really do feel like this is something that you need to be aware of because this can make a difference in your future life. So, we're going to start with this document here that has some links to like why this matters. Okay. And you could always access this yourself in the future. But the Honor Society is all about helping you reach future achievements by basically giving you proof. So this kind of shows that as a whole, the National Speech and Debate Association, currently there's 151,000 members. And you're part of that. And the reason why that matters is future um, kind of opportunities. So you can see that over here, it shows the percentage of, it doesn't have it broken down by middle school versus high school, but the percentage of kids who reach their first level of distinction is not very high. The percentage of the kids who reach their second level is even smaller. And these are actually they're actually a lot off because in middle school, it's much less. So, really and truly, guys, the Speech and Debate Association can help you with future opportunities in a couple of ways. First thing is they can actually help with scholarship money. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but it's never too soon to start thinking about that. Basically, the more you do in debate and the longer you stay in it, the easier it is to get future scholarships. And I can tell you that from experience because I've had lots of former students who have used their speech and debate association, the proof that you get, the points, the certificate, the levels of distinction, the sticker seals, that they have actual proof that they've reached a certain level of recognition. So, also, you can see like this talks a little bit about it more, but I um I always tell the story of my grandma Angie, who's my mom's mom. She used to work at a really prestigious university called Yale University, and would she worked for a really long time in the admissions office. And the admissions office, basically every year they have hundreds and hundreds of applications that come in, and they have a whole team of people. My grandma Angie was on that team of deciding who would get into this Ivy League school. And when I first started coaching debate, my grandma Angie was really excited, and she was like, I want you to tell your debaters the story. Because basically, when we would have two applicants that were very similar, and it came down to these kids, how do we decide between them? They've done so much that's so great. As soon as they noticed that a kid was a debater and had the proof that they were part of the NSDA, which you have because we paid for you to have that proof, they said they always chose the debater. So that happens a lot, that people all across the country, even just something like as simple as getting your first job, people know that debaters have skills that they want, that they know how to communicate, they know how to think, they know how to problem solve, they know how to work on a team. So having this proof, even though it might seem really minimal that you're just earning a few points, actually can make a difference. And I had a debater last year. Oh gosh, I'll go find it and I'll move the email into this folder for you. But I had a debater last year who was like, Mrs. Coates, do you still have the proof that I was in debate? Because I actually, like you said, I need it to get my first job. And I was like, oh no, you have to keep that certificate. I don't have it anymore. But it really is true. Like keeping the information matters. So to earn points, there's lots of different ways, and today is all about, I'm going to give you time to earn some points. Okay, but as far as the tournament goes, I will put in those points for you. You can see that middle school down here. If you're doing Lincoln Douglas or policy, every time you win a round, you get 2 points. Every time you lose a round, it still doesn't mean that you didn't earn a lot of knowledge and experience, so you still get a point even if you lost. Those might not seem like a lot of points, but every single point you earn in middle school transfers with you to high school. And I've had lots of former Albion debaters who are like, oh my gosh, I cannot even tell you how cool it is that I'm starting out so far and above all of the new debaters in high school because I already have all these points. So, let's see, where do they have speech? Okay, so oratory and extemp. remember you kind of compete with a group of students, and if you so you'll be in a group with like 5 kids, let's say, right? And then the judge will have to rank you. So the best speaker, right? They get the one ranking, and in middle school that gets you 3 points, but that's hard to do. Earning second place in your group of 5 or 6 kids earns 2 points. And basically, three and every one below that is 1 point. So when it comes to tournaments, everybody will have a huge increase in points. However, there are service points. Now, it's always a little weird to me that service points, they call them service and not basically public speaking practice. But I have a screenshot back in the folder of the service points broken down, okay? So you have time today to enter points. If you give, oh, so notice how they've got high school and then they have middle school down here. Every single time you give a class performance or a presentation, you get 1 point for every single one you do. And you can go back and think about presentations you've done in any class since 6th grade. Anytime you speak in the community, as long as there's a small audience and a couple of adults present, so something like giving a lesson in church or speaking at like a Boy Scout court of honor or speaking at a funeral or speaking like if you have a family reunion and you're like doing a little skit for your family reunion, basically anytime you're doing any public speaking practice, it's 1 point every single time you do those. If you are in any sort of theater, like those of you who do the school musical, you get 2 points for every performance. And then in towards the end of the year, some of you might end up judging at the elementary state tournament. You get 1 point for every hour you do that. So it's not hard to earn the points. It just takes a little bit of sitting and thinking, which is what I'm going to give you the time to do today. So the next thing that you'll notice that I have here are the levels of uh, like distinguished, right? Like these levels of achievement. So at 25 points, you get your first level. I don't like that they made it white. They used to have it be a different color. Like if you look at my certificate in the back of the room, the first one used to be red. It used to stand out so much more. But that's why you'll notice that I circle them when you have it. But it's physical proof, right? Like when you're trying to get your first, like I've had kids who are trying to um, run for student body officer in the future, and even something like this gets you like the recognition that you have tangible proof that you did something difficult and that you succeeded at it. 75 points is really really unheard of to get to that. I've only ever had maybe 3 debaters in all of my time of coaching debate who've reached their third level of distinction, but you'll see it goes all the way up here. As a coach who's been coaching for many 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 years, I earn the points that you earn. So we become diamond coaches. So I have my first diamond, and probably 3 more years I'll have my second diamond. Our district debate coordinator, who runs all of debate, she's a 5 diamond coach. So there's even like coaches can earn recognition, and I've used my proof for several things in the past. So that being said, let me show you how to enter points. So I want to remind everybody though, I'll upload this screencast, I'll upload it here, I'll go find that email from that former student. Every time you're trying to remember like how many points is something worth, it's right here. But all of this NSDA stuff is in this folder, okay? So Naya, I'm so sorry. I hacked into your account because I knew your login and password, but I wanted to be able to show because the student account is different than the teacher account. So all of you, right, we forced you to have a speech and debate account, not only so you can access the resources all the time, but so you can add points. And it's as simple as coming right here, clicking add. Now, the one thing that you have to remember is to change the category. If you try and start entering points without changing the category first, it messes it up. So you're going to click service. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stop this screencast and I'm going to make a separate one. So just so you can find this specific portion really easily in the future.